To make your ginger bug, you're going to start off with a chunk of organic ginger. You want to slice it up as thinly as possible and chop it up as finely as possible, or you can grate it. I hate grating things, so I just chop it up as finely as possible. Now you're going to take a jar. I like using this flip top jar because it feels fancy, but you can use a mason jar. Just make sure it can withstand some pressure. A cup and a half of filtered water, a tablespoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of your finely chopped ginger. Once you have all three of those ingredients in your jar, you're going to mix it up to dissolve the sugar. What this is going to do is it's going to ferment, not alcoholic ferment, but more like a kombucha. You just got to make sure to feed it every day a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of the finely chopped or shredded ginger. Once it starts fermenting, you're going to see little bubbles. I'm going to show you here in just a minute. This is making a probiotic drink. Very good for your gut and very exciting.
Okay, she's obviously active. All these bubbles means it's alive. So, okay, I wasn't sure if it was going to burp or not. I want it to be a little more active than this before I start using it for carbonating my ginger soda. So I'm going to feed it another day. But this is, I believe, day 4. So by tomorrow, I would not be surprised if it's ready to make sodas. So here, again, you're looking for bubbles. This is 2 or 3 times more bubbles than I had yesterday, but we're going in the right direction.
Today I'm making my ginger bug sodas. I'm starting off with a lemonade flavor. I juiced 3 lemons, although I spilled some of the juice when I was straining it into the jar. Careful. This probably got me about a cup's worth of lemon juice that made it into the jar, and it ended up being a good amount for a nice tart lemonade. I'm going to fill it up to about right there with filtered water. Now I'm gonna feed it a tablespoon of sugar and put about a half a cup of my ginger bug liquid in there, and that's gonna feed the bugs that are in the ginger bug liquid. They eat the sugar, and I'm gonna feed it every day until I'm ready to put it in the refrigerator, about 2 days worth. Now I've got a peach tea flavor. Again, feed it a tablespoon of sugar and put about a half a cup of the ginger bug in there. Then I close it up and gently roll it around to try and dissolve all that sugar.
As you're making your ginger bug sodas, it's important that as they ferment for the next couple of days, you've got to burp them every day. Once they start getting bubbly, you know it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little bit of sugar to feed them today, because if you don't feed them sugar, they start smelling yeasty, and I find that really gross. You want to keep feeding the sugar to get that fermentation going. We're gonna give them each a tablespoon of sugar, just as normal. Make sure you do this in a jar that can withstand pressure, because these are going to be going under pressure. And if it's not one built to withstand pressure, use my clean hands to help funnel this sugar in. And again, the bacteria eats this sugar, so it's not like it's the same as just putting sugar in a drink. A lot of it is going to be eaten up by the bacteria, and that bacteria is what we're looking for. So just kind of move it around, get that sugar dissolved a little bit, and you'll be good. Didn't do it on camera. There wasn't really much of a hiss, but after I opened it, there's these bubbles that came up, which means it's working for this one too. I didn't think it was. It was so close to the top and there were no bubbles, but I'm going to feed this one too, and we're going to do it, try them tomorrow. Okay, I just fed it and it bubbled up like that immediately. 1 teaspoon of sugar did that. I mean, that's settling. I was afraid it was going to overflow. So let's see if it does it with this one. There it goes. All right, I'm actually gonna go ahead and let these sit for a couple of hours to let it eat that sugar that I just put in, to just start working on it. And then these are going in the fridge. These are definitely fermented enough. This is amazing.
I drank the lemonade flavor today with lunch and I really liked it. It's a little tart, but I liked it like that. This is definitely a keeper.